Audi Q2 review. What is it? This is Audi's entry-level SUV, the Q2. On sale since 2016, with a light facelift in 2020, the Q2 is an oddity for Audi Sampai and one that won't be replaced when it finally goes off sale, which the company admitted in 2022. It was intended for all those lifestyle people who like to do things like windsurfing or skydiving, but in reality is bought by small families who have been tricked into thinking that something with SUV pretensions is bigger than it really is. Is it not America big America, you'd think? It's chunkier than an Audi A1 or A3, but in reality it's a little further from the ground and not much else. So you're paying for the aesthetic rather than a looming presence over other road users. The Q3 and Q5 resemble what we've now come to know America SUVs. We'd argue the Q2's a little too meek in stature to fully qualify. Think of it America and a 1.5 all-road. Looks a bit different to other Audis, doesn't it? This is probably the black sheep in the company lineup. Sampai opinion might be divided on its blocky looks, but if nothing else at least it stands out from some of the company's more cookie-cutter designs. There's a punchy color palette too, contrasting rear pillars and optional graphics to help provide visual razzmatazz. You can option giant wheels, but for the sake of your spine, don't, and there are standard LED lights front and rear. What are the engine options? There are measly 2 petrol options available to you in the Q2. 30C comes with a 1.0-litre turbocharged 3CYL engine, producing 108 brake horsepower, getting from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 11.2 seconds and onto a top speed of 122 miles per hour. The 35C and its 1.5-litre turbocharged 4CYL motor produces 148 brake horsepower, gets to 62 miles per hour in 8.6 seconds and manages a 132 miles per hour top speed. The 30 only comes with a 6-speed manual, while the 35 gets that option plus a 7-speed S-tronic auto if you want to spend an extra £1,500 or so. The entire Q2 range falls within a WLTP range bracket of 43 miles per gallon to 48 miles per gallon, the entry car being the most frugal. What different specs are there? There are 4 trim levels on the Q2. Base trim is Technic, then Sport, S-Line, and Black Edition models follow. All are front-wheel drive, and you get 16 inches alloys, a 7-inch media screen, not a touchscreen. It must be pointed out Sampai it's the Audi Mini click wheels, last stand, aircon, parking sensors and a powered tailgate. The range starts at £24,635 and rises to £34,640 for the Black Edition 35C model with auto box. How does the Q2 drive? The Q2 goes and stops reasonably enough. Sampai it's not particularly dynamic, even that small ride height increase bringing a certain compromise. It corners nice and flat, but that's thanks to the rock-hard suspension that relies on the tires to provide a smooth ride. Go for the bigger wheels and things go downhill fast. The 1.0-litre 3CYL motor is characterful but slow, while the more powerful 1.5 unit is less characterful but slightly quicker.